Hey everyone, if you're wondering if the Lehigh Valley is a safe place to live, you're in the right place. Stick around. I'm going to talk about the different crime rates in the Lehigh Valley and different sectors of the Lehigh Valley, and just give you my personal feel on what I think about how safe the Lehigh Valley is. I've been living here for, I don't know, about 10, 11 years now, and I'll just give you some of my anecdotal experience living in the area so far. I've lived in different parts of the Lehigh Valley, so I'll just give you a feel for what I think. But again, stick around and we'll talk about safety. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is John Cummings. I'm with Better Homes and Gardens, Cassidon Realty, and my hope for this channel is to help give you any information that you may need with your real estate purchase or sale. Whether you're moving into the area or you're out of state and you're looking to maybe move into the Lehigh Valley, or if you're selling an investment property, or if you're thinking about buying an investment property, anything that you might need for your real estate needs, I'm hoping that this channel will help you to make decisions with. I run into buyers every single day that are calling me, texting me, and they're asking about the Lehigh Valley, what the area is like. If you have questions, if you have a topic in mind that you'd like to discuss, feel free to reach out anytime. All my information is in the description below, and you can reach me anytime, and I'd be happy to make a topic to discuss about on this channel, or just talk to you in person or on the phone, or however works best for you. Like I said, I'm here to help you, and today our topic is going to be safety, and we're talking about how safe the Lehigh Valley is in general, and we're going to go over different sectors of the Lehigh Valley. And one of the great resources that we have available to us, it's crimes.org, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on mainly today. And I'll put the crimes.org in the description below, specifically for the Lehigh Valley. You'll get the link in the description below, so definitely check that out. If you like the video, definitely give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, it helps promote me and my information. So if you like it, feel free to subscribe. And again, reach out, comment any way you want to get a hold of me is perfect. So with that being said, let's move on to our safety statistics, and we'll go to crimes.org for that. And like I said, it's crimes.org here. And this is a great resource, one of the best that I've seen, specifically because they have this map, and it's an interactive map. So, it's one thing to just give a grade. So, B- overall crime grade for the Lehigh Valley. So this is just the overall crime grade for the Lehigh Valley. But what I love about this is it has an interactive map. So, you may want to know about the Lehigh Valley, but the Lehigh Valley it's pretty big, right? So you have Allentown here, you have Easton here, you got Bethlehem in the middle, and, you got Nazareth up here. I know a lot of people are moving to Nazareth recently. Coopersburg, Lower Saucon, where I reside, but the Lehigh Valley in general, it's fairly big. So this map is really nice to see the different areas that you might have a specific interest in, rather than just getting that generic B- grade that they're giving the Lehigh Valley here. And what's even nicer is that you could zoom out further, and you could look at, you have Philly, you have New York. You could zoom out and see the whole country just to get a basis. All of Pennsylvania, you could just compare it to just with a quick color chart, which is nice. But getting back to Lehigh Valley, if we want to zoom in and look at just the overall crime rates, obviously, Central City Allentown, Center City Bethlehem, and Center City Easton in the inner cities are obviously going to have the most amount of crime. They have the most amount of people. Obviously, it's pretty common for that statistic to be that way. And then as you move out into the more rural areas, you're gonna get a lot less overall crime. So pretty standard, but it's just nice to see if you're looking to move specifically to an area in Allentown, right? I mean, Allentown's fairly big, even in Northampton. You're looking in Parkland School District up here, over here. Salisbury is around here. Lower Saucon Township is around here. Where you're getting into the Bethlehem school districts in this general area. So, you know, it's just a nice little map to just get a quick idea. Now, specifically, we're talking about real estate, so I wanted to check out the property crime statistics here. And they don't give you an overall property crime statistic, but they still, again, give you this interactive map. And again, you're gonna see most of the crime is it's really close to the, you know, the city areas, but it does branch out some. So obviously it's going to be, these are typically less violent crimes with the property crimes, more vandalism than anything that they're talking about here. But again, as you get into the more rural areas, up, you know, north of Northampton, you start going out west towards Kutztown and all that. I mean, you're really not, you're getting out of the Lehigh Valley here now, but or even down into, you start getting into Bucks County. It's just you know, a little less populous, so you're getting those crime rates are going to be reduced. So what's cool about this, again, is they have, you know, the violent crime, property crime, and the overall crime, but they even have a lot more statistics here. So they have the crime breakdown, and this is just for property crime. So the property crime breakdown is mainly concentrated with theft and vehicle theft, burglary, and then they have arson. So they have a nice little breakdown here as well. And actually, I'm kind of curious. If we go back to overall crime here, then we'll look at that breakdown. So they have violent crimes, property crimes, and other crimes. So in the violent crimes category, you're looking more at that towards the assault. That's what's driving up the number. Assault, robbery, murders, you know, pretty low on the list there. But, you know, basically assault and robbery are the two main, and assault being, you know, well above all the others. And then again, we went over the property crime rates, and then we have other crimes: kidnapping, drug crimes, vandalism. Vandalism is one of the biggest ones here. So obviously there's a lot of vandalism going on in the area, but that's just a nice little breakdown of all the different crimes there. But going back to, you know, what else they have here. So they have individual, you know, crime maps and stats. And what I thought was cool is, you know, identity theft. I mean, these are things I would never have thought of. You know, is Lehigh Valley more prone to identity theft than other areas? I would have never thought about that, but it actually is. It's kind of rampant with identity theft. I never would have thought that. I mean, even the outskirts of Philly look pretty good compared to the Lehigh. It's so widely spread throughout the Lehigh Valley, and even in the rural areas of the Lehigh Valley, it's just, you know, it's pretty rampant in the area. I mean, you can see, you know, they have the little color guide here. We're in the DF area, you know, in the D's and the F's here. So when I saw this, I was kind of surprised, and I really wanted to dig into it a little bit more. And what I found out is, and it's so common sense, but I wouldn't even have thought about it until I looked at this map. Identity theft, where do, you know, individuals that are looking to steal your identity go to? And it's areas with high economic activity and where people are getting more money, basically, right? And right now, the Lehigh Valley has been in such a boom, and we're growing so much that identity theft has just run rampant, and it's just a growing problem here. So that is one of the crime issues that you're going to face in the Lehigh Valley, is identity theft issues. So now, I personally have not had my identity stolen here, but I do know a lot of people that have had issues with this. You know, personal friends, colleagues, other coworkers. I have seen this quite often, so I can, you know, personally vouch for this statistic, that we do have a lot of identity theft. So moving on, I wanted to go to specifically murder. I'm sure a lot of people are curious about that. Now, murder, obviously, a lot more green than we saw with the identity theft. So, you know, we're looking more in the the inner city areas for murder. But when I looked into this, I was actually surprised that we even had red. I was really surprised with that we have red areas. And not in the areas that I really would have thought. I would have thought, if it would have been right in the central city, Allentown, or central Bethlehem, but not really. Some on the outskirts. But after looking into this and then looking at the overall U.S. and just doing some research, this is actually on par with a city of the size of the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton area. So it's actually on par with that. So it was concerning when I first saw this. I was like, wow, we got a lot of murder here. But it's not as bad as it may seem. Although we'd all like to see this at all green, but unfortunately that's not the world we live in. So there's a few other ones, but I want to specifically hit on one more, and that is animal cruelty. Another stat that I really wouldn't have thought to look up in the area, or that would be a major impact in the area, and especially moving here. But animal cruelty is actually a significant crime. There's a significant amount of animal cruelty crimes in the area, especially on the outskirts of the Lehigh Valley. You start getting close to Reading, but even in the Lehigh Valley area, it's not. I thought this was going to be completely green. I didn't think it was going to be, this much crime. And I actually started talking to some of the police force in the area and asking about why this is such a problem. And it's interesting because a lot of the municipalities here, they don't have employees that are dedicated to these specific investigations. There's really no training that is spent on animal cruelty crimes. It's typically easy to fight these types of cases in court, so it's not enforced as strongly, which is a shame, but that is what's happening here. One of the things that I heard from one of the police forces in the area is that the Lehigh Valley has been so focused on economic growth and activity and building up their manufacturing force, and just growing in general economically, that this is something that has gone to the wayside and really has not been paid attention to at all. And there's just not enough resources, unfortunately, at this point in time. And really no one's brought it to light at this point. And again, I didn't even think that this would be a problem in the Lehigh Valley, but apparently there is a lot of animal cruelty crimes that are happening in the area, which is a shame. But that is the crime statistics. I hope that you found that valuable. When me and my wife were looking for places to move, when we moved into the Lower Saucon Township area, we really wanted to focus on the safety aspect as well, which is one of the reasons we picked Lower Saucon Township area. But again, crimes.org, you could look at that interactive map. If you have any other questions about what it feels like to be in Lehigh Valley, me personally, I've never felt unsafe in the Lehigh Valley. I've walked through downtown Allentown, downtown Bethlehem at night by myself. I've never felt unsafe. It could be different because I'm a man versus maybe females in the area. My wife might have a different opinion. Maybe she wouldn't walk downtown Bethlehem or Allentown at night, or maybe even Easton. But in the neighborhoods, I could say with a fair amount of certainty that we have felt safe. We've lived in Whitehall, we've lived in Copley, we've lived in the Bethlehem area. We've been in the area for some time, and we know a lot of other individuals that live throughout the Lehigh Valley. So, anecdotally, we've all felt safe here before. I think some of the stats are actually surprising to me. But overall, like I said, if you have any other questions about, how safe the Lehigh Valley is, feel free to reach out anytime. Again, if you like the videos, please subscribe, like the channel, leave comments. And again, I hope to see you guys around the neighborhood, and enjoy the next videos.